When you think about stories in the industry, generally speaking, in the contact center space, are there any stories that stick out that really are a driver around how the industry was for you and what it exposed to you?
Yeah, it really, honest to goodness, although it's a slow adoption industry, it really is remarkable in many ways because it's an environment that you have to work with a lot of people and you have to be able to coordinate a lot of people into the outcome that you want. I started after this job with a multinational company called Chemlon Corporation. And I was in a position to where I had the opportunity to convert. They had 167 independent branches, and I got to convert them into a sense of consistency, which was not existent at that time. And I was pretty young and I didn't have the experience, but I was reading a lot and I was beginning to learn, and I had already had some failures and I was learning from that too. And I saw, though, the power of calling. And, Dick Miller learned how to grow his business simply through a room of 25 people to 80 some thousand accounts. So I believed in that power. And anyway, it's what I knew. So I was given this job to bring consistency into Chemlon. And it wasn't, because every branch had their own design of how they manage customer service and how they manage sales. So none of the branches did anything similar to any other branches. So I was given this job to bring consistency into Chemlon. And it wasn't, because every branch had their own design of how they manage customer service and how they manage sales. And it was like, how do you fix this? So I thought call centers. So I had the opportunity to regionalize and nationalize customer service within that environment. And so over time, we moved all of the local customer service to regional and national contact centers. So they were taking inbound calls. And then we took all of the lead generation and we created an environment very similar to what I had when I was in a call center myself, where you had hundreds of people in an environment calling. Now, remember, in those days, there was no automation. So they were calling just off of straight handheld telephones, and we put lists in front of them to call down. But through that experience, I began to learn about reporting. And I would tell you the most powerful thing I learned was training, which was, how do you train a group of people to with the same message in a positive environment while maintaining the culture. And there was a lot of work put into it. But Chemlon had one basis within their company, and they had signs all over the company. And it said, "You don't know what you don't measure." And that was a driver for me, because I was like soaking up information anywhere I could get it. And so we measured how to contact people. We measured, how long it took to close a deal, how long it took to train somebody properly, and on and on and on. So when automation began to come into play, and in my case, that was late 80s, early 90s, I was excited because the automation could reduce time and create efficiencies that I wasn't getting picking up a telephone. It was hard, though, to integrate it, and it led to other changes within the industry.